Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Nick from Decrypticate, where we focus on DeFi and other types of crypto passive income sources. Thank you all for hanging in there with me. I was on vacation for a couple weeks over in Ireland. My job sent me over there for a week, and then I took a couple extra days to tour around the area. You might have seen a couple of the shorts that I posted of some little video clips that I took of the cliffs and various sites that I saw across there. It was a beautiful land. I was happy to be able to tour around and take some time to see the sights, but I am so glad to be home and glad to be back with you all. So let's dive into it. Today we're going to be talking about the drip garden. It's doing some fun things, so we're going to talk about it a little bit. And but before we get into that, let me remind you that I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Please do your own research and only invest in crypto with risk capital. Yeah, that's what it's called. All right, so as you know, with all my Animal Farm videos, I like to start off and show the current TVL. We're at 68 million currently. That's down just a little bit, about 2 million from my last Animal Farm video about 2 weeks ago, so not all bad considering the current crypto market is kind of just hanging in there. So I'm pretty happy with seeing that number. If we look over at the charts, we're looking at pigs right now. We're up around $75, yeah, somewhere around there a couple weeks ago. It has tumbled since then down to about a low of $58, and that was around the end of the month. It has since then bounced back a little bit, so we're happy to see that. We'll see where that goes in the future. AFD, the dog token, has been continually selling off, and nothing kind of new there. We're looking at $11.68 right now, so it's a good time to buy if you're looking at getting more dogs, getting that B&B income from the pool. You know, that's a pretty good price for some dogs, so you can stack them up and just let them sit there and gather some B&B for you for passive income. Drip is also seeing a bit of a downturn. It did get up to above 50 cents. We're now down to 42 cents, and I think we're at 40 cents on the native DEX. So, but it is the weekend, so it's consistent to see some sell-off during the weekends. But we've got good things coming. So I think that's one reason that the drip garden is seeing good things right now, because we've got a lot of stuff stored up for the next month, or well, for the summer really, that Forex has been working on for a while, that we're all very eagerly anticipating, and just kind of biding our time and twiddling our thumbs until it's out. But so that's what the current market is looking at. Let's go back to the drip garden and see what we can see. Now, I will note that the games out here is the launch page, and all the wiki and all the white paper is there. So go check that out, piggybank. It's got some good possibilities for the whole ecosystem, so definitely go check that out. And then once that's launched, I think once the new Drip UI site is launched, Drip Garden will be moving over to the Drip site. So just be aware of that. That will be coming at some point. Drip Garden will no longer be on the Animal Farm because it doesn't really belong here in the first place. So it's going to be moving, just a little FYI there. So if we go down, you're going to see my first happy remark. I am now over 1 billion plants. I started at 250 just on day one of whenever the garden launched many moons ago, and just with the power of the 3.33% compounding daily, I have now reached well over 1 billion plants. I think I crossed 1 billion just under a week ago, so that was just kind of cool. I mean, keep in mind, number of plants really doesn't mean anything. It only means your current status at this very point in time. So this number in a couple weeks or whatever, a couple days even, really doesn't have any effect. It's just kind of like you are placed in line for the moment of speaking. So don't take too much effect of that. It doesn't mean a whole lot, but it is just kind of a cool mile marker for me. for anyone, to cross that mark. So with that said, the drip garden has been doing some fun things lately. If we go over to the drip garden scheduler, this is at dripscan.netlify.app. I use this one namely for these charts that they have, and you can see this is my daily LP output, and over the last couple weeks or so, it has definitely gone up. We were low at about 5.75 LPs per day, and I'm now in the neighborhood of 7.5. So it has definitely gone up. And why has it gone up? Because the contract balance has been increasing. So when the contract balance increases, it can afford to pay you more LP per day, and that's exactly what you get in your wallet if you decide to claim. So that's why that's been boosting up. It looks like there was a couple big buys here. There's a big buy right here and a big buy here and another little buy here. So some things definitely happened. Some whales or something, bought into the garden. Why are they buying into the garden, you might want to ask? Well, that's a good question. So there's a lot of things coming out for the animal farm and for the drip network. And one of those is fiat on-ramping. He had an AMA just the other day showing the fiat on-ramping in working order. He was able to buy some dogs with his credit card, and he did that live on the AMA. There's a blockchain link that he sent to prove it all, and so that's all working. They just have to finish the integration with the site as well as with the drip site. So that's one thing that's a bullish marker. The other thing with specifically for the drip garden is there is going to be much beyond fiat on-ramping. There's going to be the drip drop draw, which is the layer 2 contract for drip and its ecosystem. That is going to bring a lot of new attention and a lot of new players and new investments to the drip network. And with that, the price is surely going to go up. And with that, the drip garden is going to be pulling a lot of profits. Why? Because the drip garden is a leverage play on drip. So when the drip price goes up, we get a higher LP cost here, and everybody profits. And when the drip garden overall contract balance that's locked goes up, we get more LP per day. So if both are going up at the same time, anybody that's in the garden before that is pulling profits easily, making money. So good things are coming, and I think a lot of people are sensing that, knowing that things are just around the corner. Hopefully in the next month or so, we'll be seeing drip draw land, and I think we'll be seeing good things for the drip price and therefore for the drip garden as well. So I think a lot of people are just kind of stacking in there, getting their position in there, buying all their plants that they can, and hoping for the best, because the future is definitely looking bright for the animal farm, for the drip network. We just are kind of waiting on Forex to dot all the I's, cross the T's, and get everything out. So yeah, a lot of good things are coming, and the proof is in the pudding. The contract balance has been going up for, well, let's see, since the 21st of February. It hit its low, and then it's been back up since then. So you can see if I go over here, I'm earning about $17, $18 a day, and I had about 7.4 LP currently. So things are definitely on the uptrend, which is always happy to see. I did take profits a couple times last month, or I think it was a couple times in February. I think I only did once in March because I was just so busy. But I plan on taking profits, hopefully at least 3 or 4 times this month, and it'll just be partial day profits. That's really the way to do it. Is you don't want to take a full day. So I did pull this. I have this bookmarked just for the fun of it. I'm currently ranked 520 on all of the drip gardens. There are 34,125 drip garden players out there, and I am almost in the top 500. I really want to break that top 500. That'll just be a fun thing to do. But so yeah, I'm just keeping my status on there. You can also see that my current contract share is 0.092184. drawing ever closer every day to that 1/10% mile marker. So that's just kind of, again, just a personal goal. But every time that I contract or compound instead of harvesting, I increase my percentage. So that's just kind of my plan right now. I just want to hit that 0.1%, and then I can focus on a harvest strategy. And as long as the balance is going up, you can also go over here to status and check out what the current decay rate is. Right now it's 3.57, which is a little bit high. So right now would not be a great time to take profits. You can also check that for the piggy bank as well if you're in the piggy bank. But this is the number I watch on. And lately, I've seen numbers in the neighborhood of -2%, -2.5%, which is a better time to take profits because you won't damage your balance as much. So that's kind of what I wanted to review in the drip garden. But I do have a secret tip for you guys. If you stuck around this long, you deserve a little tip. So I found this out. Somebody in my Telegram channel. Guys, if you're not on my Telegram channel, please come and join us. We have a lot of good tips, a lot of good info and discussions in there. But somebody pointed this out, and I hadn't realized this. Had I been doing this sooner, I surely would have been at 1/10% by now. So what we're going to do is we're going to note this 7.95 or $7.95, and I'm just going to copy that down into my spreadsheet, and you can see that if I were to compound, I would be putting in 20,045,000 plants. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell this seed, and I'm going to edit my GUI because I'm a cheap bastard. So I'm going to move that down to 2 or 3 GUI and let that go through. Hopefully it goes through in reasonable time because I am recording this video live, and we'll see how long that's going to take here. So this is just a little tip that somebody brought through on my Telegram channel, and I hadn't taken it into effect that this would actually be a good way to go. All right, that transaction finally went through, and now you can see that I have 3.36 drip BUSD in my wallet. So now what I'm going to do is turn around and put those directly back into the garden. But see what I see here? Now I'm buying 24.5 million plants, and instead of the 20 million plants that it was going to compound back in, I'm getting an extra 4.5 million plants because all I'm doing is selling the seeds, getting the drip BUSD in my wallet, and then simply buying new plants. Now I'm going to show you why this is a thing as soon as I process this transaction. Okay, so that's running. Now, the reason why this works is the fertilizer bonus. The fertilizer bonus is now at such a point that because you're bringing in new capital, you're actually getting a better deal than those of us that are just straight compounding. So as time goes on, the fertilizer bonus goes up and up and up, and that means new capital that's coming in, even though it's technically not new capital, gets a better rate than those that are just compounding. And he said that in the past, I believe even when the drip garden launched, he said that new capital would give you a bonus, and that's what this fertilizer bonus is. So now that the drip garden has been going well over probably almost 2 years now, or a year and a half, that fertilizer bonus is so great that you get a good share more plants than you would have you just been compounding. So now what I'm trying to do is do this almost every time, unless I just don't have time, I'll just simply compound. But now I'm selling my seeds and then planting them right back in, and I get extra millions of plants, which helps increase my share percentage all that much faster. So that's just a little tip that I came across. Thanks to whoever it was that was in my Telegram channel for pointing that out. I think it's a great little tip, and I hope that helps you out gain your percentage. Guys, if you're not in the drip garden, you're always welcome to join. Like I said, the fertilizer bonus right now, if you put any money in, is a great way to get started. You can buy a crap load of plants and save a lot of compounding time that I've had to do to get to this mark. But you can make some decent money, and I think this is a really good time to get into the drip garden simply because of the things that are coming for Drip on the Animal Farm. It's going to be a great leverage play on drip. So guys, those links are in the description. If you're not currently on the drip garden, I highly recommend it. I think it's a good play to go. But again, not financial advice. Do your own research and take it from there. If you do have any questions though, please hit me up on my Telegram group. I'll be happy to help you out because the drip garden is a little bit complex. It is a bit of a game. You have to know how it works to be able to use it correctly and not destroy yourself. So come on over to my Telegram group and feel free to ask me any questions there. Okay. Let me know also in the comments if you are in the drip garden, if you've been seeing profits from it, if you like it, if you don't like it, what do you think about the drip garden? Let me know in the comments below. As always, don't forget to smash the like button if you like this video, and consider subscribing if you haven't already. Click the bell notification so you can be notified when I post new videos on the drip garden or the animal farm or anything else that I'd like to do, anything crypto passive income. I'll be posting videos on it. So until next time, don't forget that when you follow the crypto passive can be massive. We'll see you